Okay, so this is Kimberley Jones, and I'm here with Nick Williams, and we're in Exeter, and we're outside Exeter Cathedral. Trust us, it's up there somewhere. And it's lovely to be here with you, Nick, to meet you finally in person. And I was really interested earlier, obviously we had a bit of a chat, and I was interested to hear about the fact that you're someone who is quite passionate about change and growth and authenticity. And I was wondering where you're going at the moment. What's happening with you at the moment? You said you feel like you're returning to an earlier phase in your life or your work.
Yeah. 20 years ago, when I kind of left the corporate world, I wanted to be immersed in the area of personal and spiritual development, and I did in a way. I got involved with alternatives, and that really immersed me in the area. But I think once I was immersed in the area of personal and spiritual growth, clearer directions became clear. Became obvious to me, and the one that's, for whatever reason, became obvious was that I was about helping people find what I call the work they were born to do, why they've come to this planet in a way, which for me is not. It's not just what we do to earn a living. It's about how do we fully express our spirituality, our talents, our gifts in the world. And I've done a lot recently on what I call inspired business, but I think I'm returning to the idea that it's about work being a shoreline where our soul meets the world, if you like, or our soul gets expressed in the world.
Lovely.
So it's not just about business, it's about our work being an expression of who we are.
Great. I mean, I know inspired business is something that you're quite passionate about, and that's how you describe your work. How do you make decisions in your business? Where do you source your next move from?
A combination of being inspired to do things and having that inner sense of something being right. Looking at what the needs out in the world are. What are people struggling with? What are the questions I'm getting asked over and over again? Where do I feel, or where do I see people stumbling? Those are probably the intersection of those two areas where I'm inspired and passionate, and where I see needs in the world, where those two things intersect. And I think Aristotle said that, where your joy and the needs of the world meet, there lies your vocation.
Lovely.
And for me, that's where my growth point is always. What am I inspired to do? What do I see there a need to do? And I'm a creator. I love creating things. So, for me, it's ultimately always going to be an event, a product, a program, something that I can share with people. I love to create and I love to share.
Lovely. So very much an inner and an outer.
Yeah, for me it's about. I'm 52 now, and it feels like my whole life has been about trying to bring the inner and the outer together, and I guess more than ever I'm doing that.
Yes.
It's not been an easy journey.
So some overlaps in our work there. Yes.
When I was younger, rediscovered spirituality. Part of me just thought I want to be a monk or withdraw from the world, and sometimes I still do on a bad day. But now I also love living my spirituality through the physical things that I do.
Great. See, that's why I think you're a teacher, because if you think about the paradigm of business and where it's been up until now, I wouldn't necessarily say that the majority of people in business are thinking about their intuition or how they're feeling on the inside. It's very much about profit margin. And do you feel that the whole paradigm of business is heading somewhere different? Do you represent the change?
I'm a part of that jigsaw, There's thousands, millions of people. We're all part of the change. So yes, I'm a part of it. I'm seeing people that more and more have had a lot of material success and then found it reasonably meaningless.
Yes.
So successful people are questioning what it's all about, and people that have aspired to be successful are going, actually, what does it mean to be successful? So I think people are coming at it from different directions. I do see a lot of change. People that I'm getting to know, they're all about how do we change consciousness?
Yes.
And a lot of people struggle with that question, but they see ultimately that it's about changing consciousness, not just changing the outer.
Great. So where do you start if you're someone who's in a business, you've been plugging away for years?
Yeah.
You feel very satisfied with the fact that you have an ample income, a successful business, a staff, maybe a happy husband or happy wife, nice home, big shiny car, but inside you're feeling really miserable and you're starting to ask those questions. How can I fulfill that void? Where would you start with that journey of meaning?
Yeah, great question. Well, I often ask people just to contemplate the question, what will give my life more meaning? And I think sometimes people have accumulated success and think they have to throw it all away in order to find meaning. I'm not an advocate of that at all. often, you know, success has been around accumulation and kind of ego needs, and there's nothing wrong with that, but there comes a point where ego needs are not going to make you happy. So I often then ask people, like, what are you not sharing? What are you not giving of yourself? So often business success is about head. So my questions are usually aimed at people's hearts. It's like, what are you not sharing? What are you not receiving? What are you not allowing in? What are you not allowing out? Those kind of questions to really connect people with their spirit and their heart rather than just their kind of ego and their mind. So that's always my way in. And I ask questions like, well, what would inspire you? Because not many people get asked that question in business. It's like,
No, of course.
you know, where's the next deal coming from, but not what would inspire you to do or be next. So for a long time, you know, inspiration has been really key to the work that I do, and just helping people access and live from that sense of inspiration.
Well, that's lovely. I mean, that's inspiring for me to hear. So I'm sure it is for anyone listening to this.
Yeah.
So thanks very much, Nick.
Pleasure. Thanks for taking the time.